Hey guys, welcome back to the Proverbs 31 character study. This is week 5, and this week we're learning about being well prepared. And in the second video, I just want us to go ahead and get started with our key verses in Proverbs 31, verses 21 through 22. It says, "She's not afraid of snow for her household, for all her household are clothed in scarlet. She makes bed coverings for herself. Her clothing is fine linen and purple." So what we see here is that the Proverbs 31 woman is not a procrastinator. She is proactive to get the job done. That in this day and age, it wasn't like they had, a quick weather report and they could run up to the grocery store and get food for their house and for their family. They had to provide in advance. They had to be proactive, and we see that she is not afraid of snow, right? Because she's been proactive to plan and in order to provide for her family. And so this can really apply for us in, some really practical areas in our life, in our job, at school, just in different responsibilities that we have. We can be proactive instead of being procrastinators. And really, what does procrastinating do? It creates chaos, right? It doesn't cause peace. It creates chaos in our families or in our jobs or whatever it is. And so it's important that we are being proactive and not creating that chaos. Another thing I wanted to talk about is, having peace. Peace in the storm, because how can we prepare for storms, right? Not necessarily physical storms like weather, but storms, hard things that happen in our life, seasons, circumstances, things like that are difficult. So I want us to just hone in on this one point, that it's important in order to stay calm in the storm that we have a relationship with God, that we're spending time with Him every single day, because He is our foundation. He is the one that's going to help us stay anchored and give us hope and give us peace in those hard moments. But I want us to also realize that we don't just spend time with God, right, to have peace in hard moments. We spend time with God in our quiet times and just throughout the day, because we love Him and we want to know more about Him. And that's how we know more about people, right? Is by spending time with them. So that's really what our quiet times, our time with God is all about, is knowing Him, not getting something from Him, right? So I want us to read here Hebrews 6:19. It says, "We have this hope as an anchor for the soul, firm and secure." That this verse here is talking about Jesus being our hope, our anchor for our soul. It's firm and secure. And so if we're holding on to anything else, throughout life, just every day, if we're holding on to anything else but Jesus is our anchor, we're going to sink. If we're holding on to a family member or some kind of relationship that we have, or money, or our job, whatever it is, if we're holding on to any of those things other than Jesus, we're going to sink when times of trouble come. Nothing can be our rock but Jesus. And so that's really what this verse is talking about. That is our hope, is our anchor, Jesus. So what does that look like for us? That looks like spending time with God every single day. That helps us prepare, right? So that we have that relationship with God. Because when the storms come, we need to know where to go. And that's what I want to talk about next. So I was, recently we had Hurricane Matthew, and that has been really devastating, right? But I wanted to share with you that I was, looking at some news, and I found this on YouTube. It was a little clip from Channel 2 of WSB Atlanta, and they were talking about how, this storm, the hurricane, right? But they were looking more specifically at the eye of the storm. And in the eye of the storm, basically what it is a calm region at the center of the storm or hurricane, and the air is calm and the skies are clear. Okay, but everything around it is chaotic. And so what they found on their radar was this little dot inside the eye of the storm. And they, figured out that it was seagulls and birds who were flying in the center of this storm, in the eye of the storm, because this is where the calm was. They knew where to go when the chaos hit. And so my question to all of us is, do we know where to go when the chaos hits? Do we know where to find our strength, where to find our security? Because here's the thing, it's not about just going there when the storm hits. It's about being there all the time. It's about always walking with God, always walking with Jesus every single day, because he's our anchor. So whether it's a hard day or it's, in our eyes, a good day, and there isn't a lot of controversy or there isn't anything hard, we're still anchored in Jesus no matter what. And we don't just fly in the eye of the storm when hard times hit. We fly in the eye of, we fly next to Jesus, or using that metaphor of the birds. We are walking with Jesus every single day. So I wanted to share that with you because I thought it was so encouraging to me, just, and so timely for this last week, and just having that mental image. But what is the condition of our relationship with God? Is he our rock? Is Jesus our rock? Is Jesus our anchor? Helping us through the storm and helping us through everyday life? Is that who we're depending on? Or are we putting our trust and our faith in people or things? Because that's not going to last. Those things, those people are not going to last, and they're going to fail us. And so it's important that we have our hope and our anchor in God. That way, that when those storms do come, that we can have peace, and that we're spending time with God out of love, not out of, oh, I need this or I need this from God, that we're just spending time with him because we love him and we want to get to know him better. And so that's the source of our quiet times. That's our challenge this week, of course, is to have those daily quiet times and to just really enjoy that time that we get to spend with God. Our second challenge is to memorize, it was Proverbs 19:21. It says, many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. And so we want to just put that verse in our hearts, memorize it this week. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love doing this series with y'all. I will see you next week. Have an amazing day, and God bless.